Badgers to play Miami in Orange Bowl on December 30th. Madison. Although Wisconsin's quest for a berth in the college football playoff ended with a loss to Ohio State in the Big Ten title game, the Badgers were rewarded with a top 10 matchup in the New Year's Six Bowl. A day after its 27-21 loss to the Buckeyes, UW, 12-1, learned Sunday it will face Miami, 10-2, in the Orange Bowl in Miami at 7 p.m. Saturday, December 30. The game will be held at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami's home field. The Hurricanes were unbeaten until the last weekend of November, when they were upset at Pittsburgh, 24-14. They then were blown out by Clemson, 38-3, in the ACC title game Saturday night. The Badgers dropped from number 4 to number 6 in the college football playoff rankings released Sunday. Miami dropped 3 spots to number 10. This is a great matchup if I'm Wisconsin, analyst Joey Galloway said Sunday on ESPN's college football playoff selection show. I want a piece of Miami. They haven't looked great in their last 2 games and it's a chance to make a statement. Wisconsin, without a key win on their RSU knock off Miami, changed the narrative, not just for this season, but moving forward. D'Amato. Maybe the critics were right that Badgers didn't belong. UW Chat, Jeff Potrykus at 7 p.m. Tuesday. Upon further review, UW report card versus Ohio State. Ohio State, 11-2, was edged out for the final spot in the playoff top 4 by Alabama, 11-1, leaving the Big Ten out of the national championship picture. The Crimson Tide joins number 1 Clemson, number 2 Oklahoma and number 3 Georgia, all 12-1, in the playoffs. Read more on the top 4. In the national semifinals on New Year's Day, Oklahoma and Georgia will play in the Rose Bowl at 4 p.m. and Clemson will play Alabama in the Sugar Bowl at 7:45 p.m. The national title game is set for 7 p.m. January 8 in Atlanta. In both the coaches and media top 25 polls, the Badgers dropped from number 3 to number 6 Sunday. The Hurricanes dropped from number 7 to number 11 in both polls. Orange Bowl. How to get to the Badgers game in Miami. Insiders, travel and ticket packages to upcoming bowl games. Bowl schedule, college football games at a glance. Although they fell 1 victory short of securing a playoff berth, the Badgers can become the first team in program history to win 13 games. I appreciate what this team has done to give us this opportunity, UW coach Paul Chryst said Sunday during an Orange Bowl teleconference. Miami is 7-0 at home this season, but Chryst downplayed the idea of his team playing a road game. I think more important than where it is, he said, is the opportunity. It is the opportunity to play against a great Miami team. Our kids ... they know it will be a challenge. ESPN analyst Kirk Herbstreit views the matchup as one with both teams searching for a way to regroup. Can Miami turn their fortunes around? He said Sunday on the selection show. They looked so good, became a trendy team after beating Virginia Tech and Notre Dame. The Hurricanes handled Virginia Tech, 28-10, on November 4th and the next week routed Notre Dame, 41-8. And it has gone south since, Herbstreit said. He wasn't referring to South Beach. After pulling away late for a 44-28 victory over Virginia, the Hurricanes were manhandled by Pittsburgh and Clemson. To basically get thoroughly whipped was a tough pill to swallow for everybody, Miami coach Mark Richt said of the 38-3 loss to Clemson. Chryst is 2-0 in bowl games as UW's head coach. The Badgers defeated USC, 23-21, in the 2015 Holiday Bowl and Western Michigan, 24-16, in the 2017 Cotton Bowl. Wisconsin and Miami have met 1 time in a bowl game. UW upset the Hurricanes, 2014, in the 2009 Champs Sports Bowl in Orlando. Scoreboard, NCAA football scores, stats. CFP rankings, Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, Alabama final top 4. Big Ten title game, perfect season, playoff disappear for Badgers. That game was billed as a battle between Miami's speed and UW's brawn. This matchup will feature a similar theme. If you're Wisconsin, you've heard a lot about these other teams, ESPN analyst Booger McFarland said on the selection show. You look overmatched against Ohio State from an athleticism standpoint. Well, guess what? Miami's got some horses, too, especially on that front 7. So if you're that coaching staff, how do you get this team prepared to go against a team that's probably going to be better athletes than you are? Can't wait to see how Wisconsin responds.